Hello and welcome to UCLan News. I'm Michael Fitzpatrick. Our top stories. A UCLan student has been linked to the founding fathers of football. We found out why a man described as the greatest footballer that ever lived is contributing to a statue in the university. And we talk about a student who is going to publicly lose his virginity for the sake of art. But firstly, a UCLan student has been revealed as one of the descendants of the founding fathers of football. 20-year-old Jess Ainsworth revealed a plaque at Wembley last week celebrating 150 years of the Football Association. We spoke to Jess earlier.
To find out that we were descendants of George Twizzle I was amazing. When we went down for the day to Wembley, they paid for us to have chauffeur-driven cars, which cost them over £2,000 to take us down in, and then had a special tour of Wembley and spoke to lots of press there. Now, during the day, my little brother Isaac also got to unveil the plaque with Sir Trevor Brooking, which was an absolutely momentous occasion for the whole family.
A student from the university has won gold in the European Karate Championship. Second-year student Emily Carpendale and her team fought their way to victory at a tournament in Sheffield. Kadisha Mackenzie reports.
Most students would be worrying about what to cook for their next meal, but 19-year-old Emily Carpendale has more to worry about, representing her country. Emily fought with her two team members to achieve gold at the European Championships. I asked Emily how she felt when she first knew she'd won gold.
I can't describe my feelings, it was just amazing. Me and my team, we were so happy, and then we went up and got our medal, it was just even more amazing.
Emily has been a winner over the years, but this has been the biggest title yet, and she has been training so hard to get to where she is.
I train about 3 times a week normally in karate and then go to the gym every other day. I've been training for months for it. Next event I'll be going to is the European Championships again next year in Verona in Italy, and hopefully I'll do even better.
We wish Emily the best of luck. Kadisha Mackenzie, UCLan News.
A statue of the Prestonian founder of the Industrial Revolution could possibly be placed in UCLan's campus. One of Sir Tom Finney's international England caps has been sold to raise money for this statue. Matthew Murphy has more.
This is one of Sir Tom Finney's England caps. It's just been sold for £2.5 by campaigner Tony Slater so that he can fund a statue of Sir Richard Arkwright, founder of the Industrial Revolution. A slightly strange connection, but Slater is confident that there is much reason for this statue and Arkwright's recognition.
Sir Richard Arkwright was born in Preston. Is probably known by a lot of people, but not recognised as being the father of the Industrial Revolution. This is where it started, in Preston.
And one of the places suggested for the statue is UCLan's campus. I asked Slater about Sir Tom's cap and whether the footballer approves of the appeal himself.
Tommy is all for this kind of thing, you know. He raised a lot of money in his time for local charities and whatnot. And he's, you know, recognising another great Prestonian.
If all goes to plan, the statue will be ready for unveiling in 18 months' time. Matthew Murphy, UCLan News.
Preston City Council has decided to provide free parking in the city centre during the run-up to Christmas. We asked UCLan students whether they really care about free parking.
Do you care about free parking in Preston?
I do, to some extent. I mean, my dad drives, so when he comes up to visit, I always like to take advantage of his visit. So if he can park right close to the centre, that means more shopping for me, as evil as that may sound.
Yeah, because it takes me half an hour to park my car in Preston when I come to university. All the car parks are quite full, so I think someone should build a car park near uni.
That's a really good news, I believe, because parking has always been a major problem in Preston.
I think it's good for the shopping centre over here. I used to drive myself last year, and there are no free parking spaces available, and it was really hard for me, so I had to give up.
Personally, I don't drive, so it doesn't really affect me that there'd be free parking in Preston, but my flatmate drives, so maybe it could benefit me slightly, or her, or me.
UCLan is allegedly the first university to offer free online courses that contribute to credit to a student's final degree. Massive Open Online Courses, or MOOCs, can be studied at some of the top universities across Europe, but for these you have to pay. UCLan lecturer Beverly Leeds, who developed the scheme, hopes this will encourage more part-time students to apply. And finally tonight, an art student is to publicly lose his virginity in a unique university project. Clayton Patet, a 19-year-old art student from St Martin's Institute in London, will engage in anal sex in front of 100 people in a project he entitles Art School Stole My Virginity. Now we have Pluto art editor, Christina Hall. Christina, thanks for joining us tonight. So tell us more about this story. Like, what is this? Is this a seek for attention, or what? You know, is this an insult towards sex? What can you tell us?
For me, on his Tumblr, he just pretty much says that his project's due to like sex and virginity and being young and experiencing being a virgin when his friends had already lost it. He also says in many interviews that he didn't plan for it to go all global or across the UK, he just did it because he wanted to do it for him. So he's kind of doing a response to like being young and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And yeah, I personally don't think it's a publicity stunt. I just think it's just being an artist and doing a project.
However, you can understand where others may think this is a little bit, let's say, out of order to maybe like show us your project.
I think when it comes to the gay community, it can be seen as kind of making sex cheap and using virginity very, very cheap, because it's just like, well, it should be something that's valuable to the person. So to put it as a performance on the stage in front of people, it's just making it more into a type of porn show, which people have commented on before. But again, personally, I just think it's just a project.
And Christina, have the university allowed this to go ahead?
Well, I presume so, because it's gone on the internet. So yeah, I'm surprised though.
Right. Okay, so thanks for joining us tonight. That's all we've got time for, unfortunately. Join us in 2 weeks' time for the next edition of UCLan News. See what the latest stories are then. Thanks very much.